The National Cleaner Production Centre South Africa aims to empower industry through this instructional video series. In our previous video, we looked at the first 4 steps in implementing resource-efficient and cleaner production, or RECP, in your company. The planning and organizing step, the pre-assessment, the detailed RECP assessment, and the feasibility analysis step. Now we move on to step 5, the implementation of RECP interventions, which are typically prioritized according to impact and investment. Generally, the trend is to start with no-cost or low-cost options first. This allows the organization to realize quick wins and build confidence in the concept before taking on more capital-intensive options, which are influenced by budget cycles and resource availability. These interventions tend to be behavior and housekeeping type solutions and may include improving energy and water measurements, incorporating RECP into staff training, running regular awareness campaigns and providing incentives for RECP ideas, improving the layout of equipment, switching off machinery during downtime, fixing leaks, and using daylight and energy-efficient lighting. Whilst it is tempting to only implement the no and low-cost options, it is wise to assess all the recommended options holistically before commencing with implementation. Often, an intervention may not appear feasible in isolation, but when clustered with other high-return recommendations, can be cross-subsidized through quick payback, enabling broader implementation of these recommendations. Stage 6. Monitoring and measurement is the final stage of the RECP implementation process. Before restarting the cycle of continuous improvement, monitoring and measurement involves the setting up of benchmarks and target indicators against which performance can be measured and tracked. These targets and indicators are reviewed typically on an annual basis and revised in line with the performance against them. The monitoring, measurement and review of targets and indicators ensures that implementation practices sustain long-term, continual, resource-efficient and cleaner production performance improvement. At this point, it may be helpful to acknowledge that many companies want to improve their efficiency and environmental practices, but for various reasons, this doesn't happen. It has been the experience of the NCPC-SA that typical barriers to implementing RECP include a lack of understanding by management or staff, insufficient manpower or skills, the pressures of more critical production issues, and of course, a lack of budget or access to finance. If any of these sound familiar, please contact the NCPC-SA. The returns that can be realized through RECP implementation quickly justify the investment of time and resources. Finally, when implementing RECP, remember, the overriding success factor is to institutionalize RECP across the organization. Make it a continuous and ongoing process, and make it a team effort. The NCPC-SA RECP Toolkit has best practice tips and instructional videos to guide companies through the RECP journey. Our next video in the series looks at some tools and techniques available in identifying improvement opportunity areas and solution options in your organization. The National Cleaner Production Centre South Africa is a program of the Department of Trade and Industry, hosted at the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research. For more information, visit www.ncpc.co.za.